an interesting. No, it's this one.
Good evening. I want to welcome everyone and call to order the meeting of the Floresville ISD Board of Trustees for the date of November the 10th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. Let the record show there is a quorum of board members present. Myself, Stephen Shadrock, Miss Dr. Diana Del Martinez, Mr. Marshall Clear, Jason Sabota, Ms. Bonner Reed, and Dr. Bill Oates. Furthermore, let the record show that this meeting has been duly posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. This is an open meeting and we welcome members of the public to observe. Please note that the public comments should be reserved for the public comment portion of the agenda. We kindly ask that no comments or questions be made outside of that time. Should you have comments or questions, you're welcome to contact the administration directly. Thank you in advance for your cooperation. Mr. Flair will now lead us in prayer, followed by Dr. Oates.
Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight with grateful hearts for the opportunity to serve our students, teachers, and community. We thank you for the dedication of our educators, the curiosity of our students, and the support of our families. Lord, as we approach the holiday season, we ask for your hand of protection and guidance. Grant safe travels to all. Rest for those who have worked hard and joy in every home. Bless the decisions we make this evening, that they may reflect wisdom, compassion, and shared commitment to the success and well-being of every child. In your name we pray.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Dr. Martinez will now recite our FISD vision and mission statement.
The FISD vision statement is character, knowledge, confidence. Our mission statement is FISD is committed to the development of innovative, lifelong learners who possess character traits to achieve personal and professional success.
Mr. Sabota will now recite our FISD goals.
The FISD goals are excellent student outcomes, superior workplace environment, exceptional customer service and community engagement, strategic resource management.
We will now do a round robin of the board recitation of the FISD core beliefs. Our FISD core beliefs are: in FISD, we believe all students feel safe and supported in a developmentally and academically challenging environment.
Families are welcome partners in their children's education.
Faculty and staff are compassionate, dedicated, and adaptable individuals who are student-centered.
Campus leadership is fair, equitable, and clearly communicates and engages with stakeholders.
Superintendent and central administration lead with integrity, transparency, and clear communication to provide a well-resourced educational environment.
Trustees provide student-centered and fiscally responsible leadership and transparent and ethical support of all stakeholders.
Ms. Reed will now recite our overview of the good governance and code of ethics.
Each month, we highlight one of our good governance indicators and code of ethics that the FISD Board of Trustees follow to promote the best interest of the district as a whole. This month, the code of ethics we are highlighting. Honor and conduct. I will tell the truth. I will share my views while working for consensus. I will respect the majority decision as the decision of the board. I will base my decision as fact rather than supposition, opinion, or public favor. Our good governance indicator for the month is mission, vision, and belief. A comprehensive statement of goals are developed and in place for the district.
Thank you. We will now have our recognition for the teacher and students of the month. Mr. Riley. Pass it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Shadrock, our Killstrap board. This time Damian Estrella, Mr. Burton, could you all step up here, please? It is my privilege to present to you the Floresville Middle School Students of the Month and the Teacher of the Month. I will start with Mr. Damian Valdez. He is one of our Students of the Month. Damian is a lifelong student of Floresville and City School District. He attended Floresville North Elementary and is now an 8th grade student at Floresville Middle School. He is an excellent student, making the AB honor roll every year at Floresville Middle School. His hard work is why he is a member of the National Junior Honor Society. He is also involved outside of school, having recently joined the Leo Club, sponsored by the local Lions Club, to engage in support to our community. His favorite subjects are reading, science, art, and principles of audiovisual technology. Outside of school, he enjoys movies, games with his friends, and taking care of his dog, Oreo. He also likes to write horror stories. He's undecided yet about his future career choices, but he knows he wants to attend the University of Texas at Austin, and who could blame him? One thing he would really like you to know about him is that he's very creative and imaginative. Damian's hard work, excellent academic performance, and exceptional character make him an ideal choice as the Floresville Middle School Student of the Month. Next, may I present to you Estrella de los Santos. Estrella has been a student at Floresville ISD since the 4th grade. Her exceptional academic record has resulted in her making the AB honor roll in 6th grade and the A honor roll in both 7th and 8th grade. Her maturity and responsibility are the primary reasons she was selected as a front office aide and as an 8th grade ambassador to a class of our new 6th graders this year. She is a member of the National Junior Honor Society and plays an active role in University Interscholastic League activities. She participates in basketball, one-act play, poetry, reading, impromptu speaking, and ready writing. She is also very active in our campus journalism program. Somehow, she manages to find time outside of school to play softball, work the summer children's program for her church, and participate in the Future Farmers of America. She is also active in folklorical dance, and you may have seen her dancing during the recent Peanut Festival parade. Estrella wants to study journalism in college. The one thing she wants you to know about her is that she believes she can do anything, and the accomplishments I have just summarized certainly prove that to be true. Estrella is an outstanding scholar and a very worthy recipient of the award as Floresville Middle School Student of the Month. Finally, let me present to you our Teacher of the Month. You may recognize him. This is Mr. David Merton. Mr. Merton started his career in education as a paraprofessional in 1998 and has been a teacher since 2002. He's also been the golf coach for Floresville ISD for a total of 10 years. You could say that Floresville is in his blood. His wife is our campus library aide, and he has 2 sons, one in Virginia and one in the Navy, and all of them are Floresville High School alumni. Mr. Burton says he learned he wanted to be a teacher because of the joy he feels in seeing kids grow to adulthood. He's also willing to admit he feels pride in the role he plays in helping students achieve success. He has always found joy in helping and teaching others. He recalls making up games when he was in the 1st grade and teaching others how to play them. As a high school senior, he went to an elementary school to tutor and mentor students and loved it. He says that seeing a kid click with what you are teaching brings great satisfaction. Mr. Merton started at Floresville Middle School as an English language arts and reading teacher, but 2 years ago he initiated our campus journalism program. He also acts as MC for campus events such as our pep rallies. He has already helped his students to accomplish remarkable results, as can be seen in the campus video productions known as The Claw, which are written, narrated, and produced by his students. He wants to be known for helping students to grow regardless of where they started. Mr. Merton dreams of being a motivational speaker, but he already motivates the students and the staff he interacts with every day. It is my privilege to present to you the Floresville Middle School Teacher of the Month, Mr. David Merton.
So I'll start off with said, Damien, I really appreciate your wide variety of interests in things that you want to do. The University of Texas, we can talk about that a little bit later. I do like more. I mean, it's probably Halloween every day of the year for you, and I'm excited for that. But you've done a lot of great things. You've got a lot of great interests. You do a lot of great things, both for the school and outside the school, and it certainly looks like that. We appreciate that. Mrs. Estrella, you're the same way. It seems like, how do you find time to sleep with all the things that you do? But it definitely shows your well-roundedness in what you do and what you put forward. And as you said in your comment, there's nothing that you can overcome or change. So I appreciate that. So congratulations to both of y'all. Mr. Burton, making up your own games. Now I guess you make them up, you always win. But thank you for your service. I know you've been with the school and the school district forever. It's great to see what you're doing with the kids for the call. That's some real good stuff. We appreciate all your commitment to the kids and everything you do. Thank you all.
I know Mr. Riley has some certificates for you, and then I believe the Lions Club has a little something for you as well.
We've got several things to present. David, Woody, we want to say that we appreciate all that you do, and this accomplishment is something that you achieve because you wanted to, and you work at it, and then because you love the deal. And Mr. Stern, I've been friends a long time. This is a small gift from, and these are a certificate from the Lions Club. And just a small personal thing. And we appreciate y'all very much coming to, you gotta think of how many teachers or how many students, and y'all can just thank you very much.
Thank you all for representing us. Mr. Riley? Yes, sir.
The rest of the Lions Club, if you'll come up, wait a minute, we got one more. Okay, Lions Club.
All right, Lions Club.
And she's a cup. And this is a cup. We were the first in the state of Texas to have a club organization.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Congratulations again, it's great.
I'd like to recognize Mr. Muse is in attendance. He arrived around 6:43, so the agenda and the notes will reflect that. Welcome, sir. All right. Now we'll move on to our Community Character Award, Ms. Marshall.
Good evening, school board, Dr. Gilstrap. I would like to call up Joyce and David Stinson as our recognees for tonight's Community Character Award. So Joyce and David Stinson embody the very essence of Floresville ISD's community character values through their compassion, leadership, and unwavering commitment to serving others. In 2010, what began as a simple craft project has grown into a deeply impactful mission of care and community support. When then FIC social worker Ben Reed was asked what local families needed most, his answer was both humble and heartbreaking: a roll of toilet paper. The single request sparked what would become the Helping Hands Hygiene Closet Project, founded and faithfully sustained by Joyce and David through the efforts of the members of the Floresville United Methodist Church. From that moment, the Stinsons transformed an act of classroom kindness into a church-wide outreach that continues to meet essential needs for Floresville ISD families. Each month, Joyce and David advocate for parishioner support, encouraging monetary donations used to purchase hygiene and household essentials for district students and their families. Their simple yet powerful tradition of walking into church carrying a single roll of toilet paper serves as a visible reminder that even a small gesture can make a profound difference. Through their compassion and assistance, over $16,000 has been raised to support Floresville ISD families in need. Their example has inspired others to act selfishly, bridging the gap between faith and service, and reminding us that the true community begins with empathy. Joyce and David Stinson's ongoing dedication to the Helping Hands Hygiene Closet is a living demonstration of the core values of kindness, responsibility, and service to others. Their legacy of giving continues to uplift our students and strengthen our community year after year. And for this reason, I proudly nominated, and they are the recipients of our Community of Character Award tonight. So thank you very much.
You stole my roller.
Just one.
And some goodies in yours.
Mr. and Mrs. Stinson, we are so proud to be part of this community and be part of what y'all are doing in our Floresville community. What an outstanding idea. In fact, it gives me some ideas myself of how we can help. But you're certainly doing the Lord's work, and I commend you for that. The board, we're so proud of you, but we're also proud that you're part of this community that's helping out, loving your neighbor as yourself. Y'all are fulfilling that commandment, and God bless you for all that you do.
On behalf of the district also, just want to say thank you. Obviously, the character you show, the care for our community is what led you here tonight. Thank you so much for reaching out, seeing a need, and being prepared to fill that need for strangers that you don't know their story, but it's something that you understand they need, so you're there to provide that. And it truly embodies the character that we expect of our community.
This award really does not belong to David and to me. It belongs to the members of the Floresville United Methodist Church. They have reached into their pockets again and again and again and come up with the money to buy the toilet paper. Dave and I are in a position now that physically we are not able to do this anymore. And I'm delighted to say that 2 of your recently retired teachers have picked it up, Catherine and Brandon Johns, which I think is really great because they've seen the impact that having a little kid come to school with, they've had a shampoo, or they're getting toothpaste and toothbrushes, and their mom is getting detergent to wash dishes with. It's been a very, what would we say, emotional
us, we've hardly, probably never seen any of the recipients, and we wanted it to be that way. But God touched our hearts, our church got involved, and it's, boy, when something like that gets rolling, you can't stop.
You can all donate, by the way.
Thank you all very much. We can take a picture real quick.
Thank you all.
We just got,
Our last recognition is for the cross-country coach Martinez. Sir.
Good evening, Mr. Shadrod, Coach Stratton Board of Trustees. I'm excited and honored to be able to recognize our state cross-country team again. Come on. You guys are the star of the show. So a true example of the program and culture that's being built by Coach Rod, and they've done a great job. This is their secondary being here, recognized at the state board meeting for the same honors, but I know that they've achieved so much more on their own. I'm really excited and proud to be here to recognize our state cross-country team, not just for the early mornings, which you all know that they run, but I've watched them endure elements that are not real fun, but they're tougher than most, and I'm super proud of what they were able to accomplish this year, and I'll turn it over to Coach Rod to recognize this team.
So our both boys and girls had a fantastic season, as you know. We've had a lot of great success the past few years. I think this was the 4th year in a row that the guys have won a district championship, and the 3rd year in a row for the girls. So they've swept together the last 3 years in a row. This was the 3rd year in a row for the guys to make it to the state cross-country meet as a team. It's only been done 3 times, and they're the class that's done it 3 times. And for the girls, this is their 2nd year in a row, and the same thing, it's only been done 2 times. So the fact that they were able to do it together is an amazing accomplishment. Dude, if you ask them, it wasn't a surprise to them. They had this goal in mind, for the past few years, and it wasn't a matter of if, it was just a matter of when. And so now, we have the mentality of, what are we gonna do next? So this year, the guys were 9th in the state of Texas at a 16, which we were 14th last year, so we made a huge jump. Our top finisher was Caden Seibert. He was 7th place overall, so out of 152 runners, he was 7th place. He was all state for us. On the girls' side, we were 13th overall, so we moved up a spot from 14th last year. Our top finisher was Nora Fallon. She was 25th. She just missed All-State by a couple of spots in one of the organizations we're with. But they do a fantastic job. Like I said, Coach Martinez said it great. They're here when a lot of people aren't, and they're going through things that most people don't or don't want to. But some things we always say is, you know, we have a great group of kids, but we have even a really group of parents as well, and a group of support staff. I think Coach Martinez does an amazing job, and the rest of our staff as well. They know these kids. You know, it's a sport that we usually say doesn't get a lot of recognition, but almost every single coach, every single day will go out and say, where's Nora, where's Kaden, people are going out of their way to go talk to these kids, and the same thing with these kids to our coaches and the community as well. You know, they've grown a lot in popularity, so to speak, because most people know them, and that's a good thing. So they've done an awesome job, and super proud of them, super proud of this town, the program, for everything that we've done. So.
Go down the line and introduce them for us?
Yes, so this is Nora Fallon, senior, Alexis Scott, junior, Alexis Davey, sophomore, Desiree Benavides, sophomore, Lana Garza, sophomore, Kelly Wing, sophomore, Tori Cruz, freshman, and then we're missing another freshman, Cara Jones. Senior, Isaiah Cruz, junior, Jack Zarowski, senior, Joshua Simmons, sophomore, Caden Seipert, sophomore, Riley Silva, freshman, Gavin Molnick, and senior, Denny Witten, and then we're missing senior, Ricky Barajas as well.
Congratulations. I just want to say, one thing I will say is, Monday after the state meet on Saturday, I was up here early and I saw y'all running on Monday morning after the state meet was over. Like, they don't even take a day off. Maybe they were still on a cool down. Congratulations to y'all. We'll give y'all a
There's nothing better than setting a goal for yourself and then reaching that goal. It's very empowering. And like, I know that many of us feel like, oh, you know, what's fun about running or being cross country sports? Sometimes it may not be as fun, but we know that it takes a lot of focus. It takes a lot of perseverance. It's not easy doing this day after day. So we commend you for your success and your dedication. What you're doing is you're not just building that outer strength, you're also building that inner strength. And we look forward, I counted, I think 5 of you are seniors. So we look forward, you know, to the rest of you, continued success in cross country in the years ahead. And we wish those of you that are seniors the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you for all you do.
Parents, you're more than welcome to come on up.
Amazing, obviously. Jaden being Jaden.
any public comments
No, sir.
tonight? Thank you. Next, we will have an action item to consider the approval of the canvass of votes and certification of the declared winner of the November 4th, 2025 election for single member District 2 by Mr. Troy.
Good evening, Superintendent of Schools, Board President, Board of Trustees. In Board Book, I have attached a summary results report by precinct and voter type for your viewing. In addition, I gave you a hard copy of the election results for your viewing, which you can find in your folder. Your approval for canvassing and certification of these votes is required. By law, it is the board's responsibility to canvass and certify the votes for the declared winner for single-member District 2. On November 4th, 2025, Floresville ISD held a joint election with the County of Wilson to fill the District 2 seat on the board currently held by Bonner Reed. There was a total of 4 candidates running for this seat. Early voting was held at the Wilson County Elections Office located at 1103 4th Street here in Floresville, Texas. In District 2, a total of 375 votes were cast. The results are as follows. Carol Shellhouse received 137 votes, followed by David Nieto, who received 92 votes, Bonner Reed receiving 88 votes, and Larry Jones receiving 58 votes. Approval is requested for the canvassing and certification of these election results. Board of Trustees, I ask, are there any questions? If there are no questions, administration recommends the board approve the canvassing and certifying the votes for the November 4th, 2025 school board election results and declare as winner Carol Shellhouse for District 2 as presented.
President, I move to accept the administration recommendation.
Second.
Got a motion by Mr. Sabota and a second by Ms. Martinez. Is there any further discussion? Show of hands in favor. Vote passes 7-0.
Thank you, Board of Trustees.
We will now do our swearing in of.
We do want to take a moment real quick just to recognize Ms. Reed for her service. She's been serving on the board now for 6 years. And you played a role in this community. So often we talk about this job goes unpaid and unrecognized. But we do want to make sure you know how much we appreciate that. And not only serving as a board member, but serving as an educator for a number of years, a retired teacher, and then to come back and play this role, how much I value that as a superintendent, and our community values that as well. So,
Yeah, we thank you for your commitment of this 6 years and what you brought from the education into our board has been immense. And we can't say thank you enough. Your perspective and what you bring and your other commitments inside the community help bring us together as a board and as a community. So I thank you for that. You definitely.
Ms. Reed, if you don't mind coming around, we have something we'd like to present for you.
We'd like to present this to you for your signature and service. Thank you very much. will now do our swearing in of the board of members. Dr. Gilstrap.
Yes, I'd like to call up Mr. Shellhouse. If you could step up to the podium, please, along with Mr. Moots, if you could go down to the podium. I also want to introduce Judge Whitman, so he will come forward and present our oath of office to our two newest board members.
Before I start, Mr. President, board member, why? Because I was a board member 30 years ago, and I know what hard work it takes. I mean, I've done it, hard work, it really was. Okay, gentlemen, this will be easy, just gonna repeat after me, okay? Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Gerald Shellhouse,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties
that I will faithfully execute the duties
of the office of Floresville ISD Board of Trustees
of the office of Floresville ISD Board of Trustees
of the state of Texas,
of the state of Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and of this state,
and of this state,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Mr. Hernandez right over there has some documents y'all will need to sign. Oh, yeah.
Remember you before, I guess I've met you.
Marshall Frick. My dad was Michael Frick.
Yeah, I know who your dad was, you know who your grandmother is.
Yeah, he knows. I think most do. This your house more than him, I think.
Congratulations. Welcome aboard.
Give us your minute.
Something all the other board members received.
Okay. Thank you.
That's your back.
Next on the item, on the agenda is item 5B, the reorganization of the Board of Trustees. I will now take nominations for the office of the President.
Mr. President, I'll make a motion to elect you as our president again for the year. And I just want to say, I'm very proud of you. You did a great job, doing a great job, and we do appreciate all that you do.
I'll second.
Nomination has been made. Do we have any other nominations? Okay, if there's no other nominations, the nominations that you can approve for Stephen Sharbuck to serve as the board president. Thanks all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we will move on to make a motion for the motion for vice the president for the board of trustees.
I'd like to nominate Anna Martinez.
Any other nominations for the president for the board of trustees? If there's no other nominations, the nomination is unanimously approved for the vice president, to Dr. Martinez, the board vice president. Okay, next we'll have nominations for secretary.
I nominate Greg Meeks.
Okay. We have a nomination for Craig Meeks. I'll second that. Any other nominations for secretary for the board of trustees? Okay. Do no other nominations. The nomination is unanimously approved for Craig Meeks to serve as the secretary for the board of trustees. Thank you. Do we have nominations for the treasurer position?
I make a motion, Mr. President, to, for Marshall Clerk to serve as treasurer.
We have a nomination from the floor. Okay, any other nominations for the treasurer for the board of trustees? Okay, there's no other nomination. Nomination is unanimously approved for Marshall Fleur to serve as the treasurer for the Floresville ISD board of trustees. Thank you.
So what we'll do is everybody will just stay seated where they're at, and we'll shift everybody around next board meeting. All right?
We will now have the superintendent report by Dr. Gilstrap.
Yes, board members. First of all, I want to say congratulations to our Mighty Tiger Band and both cross-country teams. We recognized our cross-country teams earlier this evening. Both of these groups qualified and competed at the state level just this past week. And they do a great job of not only representing the district, but our community. Their time and sacrifice that they put into it and their families put into it really bodes to their character and their talents and abilities, and we are very proud of them to show that off at the highest level of the state. We will be recognizing our Mighty Tiger Band in December for their qualifications for state. So congratulations to them. Our track renovations continue to move forward. Hellas, the construction company which is doing the work, they've completed the demo process. They actually already started the asphalt repair. They started that over the weekend and continued it this week. The needed asphalt repair was approximately $31,000, which is under our budgeted amount of $50,000. So we are coming in under that budget. The project is on schedule to be completed in time for track season. We will have to make a few minor adjustments to the soccer season, soccer practices. But Coach Martinez is working with those programs to make sure they have access to the field so that they can play their games and practices. So that project is moving along. Region 20 has put together a board summit that will take place and be held at Tapatia Springs in Bernie on February the 22nd through the 24th. That Sunday, which is February 22nd, from 2 to 5, they will have and they will provide the training, the required training for all board members, evaluating and improving student outcomes, otherwise known as ISO training. That is a new one this year. They've revamped it. TDA did revamp that. And so all board members are going to be required to get that training this year. It would be a great opportunity to go and get that face-to-face. I know it's a Sunday afternoon. It would be a little drive over to Bernie. But if all 8 board members or all 7 board members along with myself can attend, we can also count that as our team of 8 training. So it is a great opportunity to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. I do know that it's during the San Antonio Livestock Show. But again, it's just 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon, so hopefully we can make that happen. They will be offering other trainings on the other days, but it's not necessarily required that we go. The board members can still go to TASB SLI in June and get the other trainings that they have done in the years past, which is another great opportunity to knock those continuing education hours out face to face. Tomorrow, on Tuesday, November the 11th, at 9 o'clock in the morning, our Air Force Junior ROTC program will be performing or will be hosting their annual Veterans Day program at the high school by the flagpole. Our community, as well as our board members, is welcome to attend. We want as many people as we can to get out there. It is really and truly a great opportunity for our students to recognize and honor those that are serving and those that have served. And for those, remembering those that sacrificed so much for us to have our freedoms today. So it is our Veterans Day program that we do every year. After that, we will have a reception in the high school library where our kids really get to mingle with some of those veterans and listen to some of those stories. And it's really great to see the young generation interacting with them and really sitting down at the table and listening to some of their stories. So again, our board members and our community are welcome to attend that event. We'd like to recognize and congratulate Dr. Lionel Martinez. She recently completed the doctoral program through Our Lady of the Lake University and successfully defended her dissertation, which is no small feat. I can assure you of that. Not only is it congratulations to her and her sacrifice and time, but also her family. It's more than one person that reaches an accomplishment like that. It really takes a sacrifice from everybody around you and your support system. And so congratulations, and we want to recognize that just briefly. Thank you very much. And Mr. Shadrach's already gotten used to calling you Dr. Martinez. I had to do some adjustments to mine, so congratulations. Included in your board packet at your desk are a list of our November and December campus and district events. We encourage you, as well as our community, to get out and support some of our student activities during the holiday season. We've got band concerts, we've got some other evening events, so we encourage you to get out and do that. Also included in the superintendent update is the list of current openings, as well as an update on our personnel sheet. Below, listed on the update report, is also our enrollment attendance through Thursday, October the 30th. As you can see, our enrollment is trending down below where we have been in the past. However, our attendance percentage is up where we've been in the past. So it is something we continue to monitor and make sure we have all of our kids located and where they are and what their story is, so that we're meeting their needs. So again, board members, I always encourage you to please schedule a meeting with me if you ever have any questions or concerns. Make sure you can meet with me anytime. Are there any questions?
What is our attendance again on Fridays?
On our Friday camps, I did not get a number for this past Friday, but the other ones were averaging 77 students. I'm not sure, Ms. Marshall, she may have already left.
I don't
question?
have one from this past Friday.
This past Friday, we don't have yet.
But we did have a reduction in the number of students who were enrolled for that Friday. I think it was down to like 70-ish that were enrolled.
So I will say we've been averaging about 20 no-shows. So we have about that many sign up, but then we only have about 100 show or sign up, but only about 77 show up. And so Ms. Marshall has done a great job of communicating with those families to make sure they know 3 strikes and they don't get off in the service anymore. But I don't have a number for this past one.
Thank you, Dr. Gilstrap. Next, we'll have the district improvement form review by Ms. Brooks.
Good evening, Board President Shadrach, Board of Trustees, and Dr. Gilstrap. I'd like to share with y'all tonight our October formative review of our district improvement plan. Again, I will just share a brief summary of our district improvement plan, but the entire district improvement plan is in your board packet, should you like more information. Last month in October, the district leadership team did conduct a formative review and reviewed progress on all 4 goals. Each campus and department did provide feedback and evidence towards goal attainment. As a reminder, our district improvement plan goals are the same as our goals for the strategic plan, or the same goals that we recited at the beginning of this meeting, so that we are all aligned and working toward the same path. Goal 1 is excellent student outcomes. There are 4 objectives and 19 strategies for this goal. We've made moderate progress in 2 and some progress in 17 strategies, so this is our larger goal of the 4. Such as, FISD is in data collection year of implementing the teacher incentive allotment, which is focused on students making at least 1 year of growth. Currently, 157 teachers are eligible for distinction, which is more than half of our teachers. The district has also increased personnel to provide services for students with dyslexia at FMS and SHS this year. Several campuses have held or are scheduled to hold parent engagement events for populations such as GT and bilingual, as well as our early college high school night, which is scheduled for later this week. And FMS is also now offering 3 new CTE courses to help students begin their programs of study early. So all of these are actions that we're putting in place to help us maintain our excellent student outcomes. Goal 2 is superior workplace There are 3 objectives and 6 strategies. We have made some progress in all 6 strategies. In addition to continuing to offer our first-year teacher academy, the Teaching and Learning Department is also offering a special education teacher academy this year, designed to increase capacity in our support facilitation teachers and provide needed supports to our SPED students. We're listening sessions have also been held at 3 campuses, and administration has already provided supports suggested by teachers in these sessions. Staff continue to serve on various committees, including calendar, TIA, and instructional materials. And then I tried to pick out at least one data point for y'all on each goal, and so one notable data point in recruiting and retaining highly qualified staff is that 70% of new to FISD teachers indicated that schedule or calendar was their motivation to apply at FISD.
Wow, that speaks loudly.
In addition to free.
We thought it was almost gone.
Goal 3 is exceptional customer service and community engagement. There are 3 objectives and 5 strategies for this goal. We've had considerable progress in 2, moderate progress in 1, and some progress in 2 strategies. Some notable strategies with traction include campuses holding various attendance incentives, such as block parties and popsicles with the principals. The Family Services Department has excelled, as you've heard tonight, in creating partnerships with local organizations and provided needed supports to families such as school supplies, weekend food backpacks, and homecoming dresses. One data point to draw attention to is the increase in the average of website and app visits as our communication continues to extend to even more stakeholders. So over the last 2 years, we are averaging about 7,000 more hits a month. Goal 4 is strategic resource management. There are 4 objectives and 7 strategies in this goal. We've had considerable progress in 3, moderate progress in 3, and some progress in 1. For the 25-26 school year budget, the board approved raises for all staff above the requirements of House Bill 2 and increased the employer contribution for health insurance, which helps to offer competitive compensation packages. This is all while maintaining a balanced budget. Our safety and security teams have increased training on behavioral threat assessments and are now sharing out additional training videos to students and the community as a piece for us this year. The district continues to monitor our enrollment as well as our CTE pathway needs to make sure we're managing our facilities strategically. One data point we can continue to monitor is the completed work orders through our maintenance department, which is holding strong at 99%. Our next steps will be presented in our February board meeting, after meeting again with the district leadership team. The summative review will also be presented in July. And at this time, I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
We will now have our public hearing over the financial integrity rating system of Texas called FIRST for the 2024-2025 school year presented by Ms. Hanna.
Good evening, Dr. Gilstrap, Mr. Shadrock, members of the board. This evening, we will hold our public hearing to discuss the 2024-2025 school FIRST rating. So again, this is the 24-25 rating, but it is based on the 23-24 year. So the audit, you didn't approve this past month, October, but a year ago. So again, the role and statutory authority for the school FIRST is Title 19 of the Texas Administrative Code, Chapter 109.001, E8, Subchapter AA, Commissioner's Ruling Concerning Financial Accounting Ratings. Why School FIRST? It encourages public schools to better manage their financial resources, ensures that Texas public schools are held accountable for the quality of their financial management practices, and creates transparency and disclosures the quality of local management and decision-making processes. Basis for School FIRST rulings, ratings are based. TEA uses the following data sources to calculate School FIRST. The AFR, the Annual Financial Report, the Financial Data Feed, the TSDS PEAM system, the Foundation School Program, and other sources, including but not limited to the IRS, TRS, and Texas Workforce Commission. School FIRST rating timeline based on analysis of FISD's financial data for fiscal year 2024, which was July 1st, 23 through June 30 of 24. Preliminary ratings came out August 8th. We have the opportunity to appeal in writing until September 9th, so for a month. And then if there's no appeal, the preliminary rating becomes final on September 10th, the day after the final times are up. So rating system is like anything else. You've got an A, B, C, or an F, based on these numbers here. So now we're going to go through each indicator. There are 21 of them. So the first indicator, which is a critical indicator, so if you fail any of these critical indicators, you fail the entire rating. But this one is just when we report our data, we upload it into the data feed. You have to do that within 30 days of November 27th if you're a June 30th school year. So they received ours on November the 12th. It was due December the 27th, so yes, we passed this one. Auditor opinion was your unmodified opinion on the AFR for fiscal years for financial statements as a whole. Yes, it was an unqualified opinion. Monetary default on debt, was the school district in compliance with all payment terms of all debt agreements at fiscal year end? Yes, we were. Timely payments to governmental entities, including TRS, IRS, workers' comp, any other governmental agencies, yes, we paid all those payments on time. Indicator 5 was the unrestricted net position balance, was the total net position in the government activities column in the statement of net position greater than 0. Yes, it was, so we passed that indicator. Indicator 6 was the average change in assigned and unassigned fund balance over 3 years, less than 25% decrease, or did the current year's assigned and unassigned fund balances exceed 75 days of operating expenditures. It didn't decrease more than 25% last 3 years, so we didn't pass that indicator. Number of days of cash on hand. Was the number of days of cash on hand in current investments in the general fund for the school district sufficient to cover operating expenditures, excluding facilities acquisition? Our mathematical breakdown at June 30th for cash on hand, this is not our fund balance, this is just the cash on hand at the end of the year, was 59.0455 days. To get the full 10 points, you needed more than 90 days. So we're right there. I mean, we're at 59 days. Again, it's a cash, it could be a check that was cashed before the end of the year that if they would have cashed it July 2nd, it would have been in our, so again, and we also had a receivable from the state of $7.2 million at that point. So, yeah. So at 6:30, we had a $7.2 million receivable from the state, which they paid out July and August. So, so again, we got 4 points there as of the full 10. Current assets to current liabilities, covered like short-term debt, you needed greater than a 3, we were at 3.2823, so we received the full 10 points there. Indicator 9, general fund revenues equal or exceed expenditures. If you'll recall, last year at the end of fiscal year 24, we did have a deficit in our financial statements of about $500,000. Had we not had that deficit, we would have gotten the full 10 points here. Because we had a deficit, then they looked at number of days on cash on hand. On this one, they're looking at 60 days. We have 59.04. So we were that short of getting the 10 points. Yeah, so that one we didn't get any points because you either had to have your revenues had to exceed your expenditures, which ours did not at the end of, again, this is a year ago.
This was the year that we gave a smaller raise, but we had to dip into the fund balance.
Yeah, but this, I was gonna say
SHARS was the big thing that year. That's when they took all that money back and we didn't get that. So again, we needed more than 60 days to get the 10 points because we did have a deficit. We had 59.045. Indicator 10, again this year they're not scoring this indicator. Indicator 11, long-term debt to total assets. There again we needed less than or equal to 0.6. We had 0.4298. Debt, principal, and interest payments. Mathematical score there is 1.931. We needed less than or equal to a 4 to get the full 10 points. We did. Administrative cost ratio. This is looking at how top heavy are you, and it's based on the sliding scale. So again, less than or equal to 0.1151. We were at 0.0887. So we got the full 10 points there. So that again is telling us that we're not top heavy in the district. Student to staff ratio, did the school district not have a 15% decline in students to staff ratio over the last 3 years? We did not, therefore we get the full points there, or we do pass the indicator there. ADA within the allotted range, again, that's based on a mathematical sliding scale there for our size district. We needed less than or equal to 0.25. We're at 0.0090, full 5 points on that one. Teams to AFR comparison. So this is looking at what we submit through Teams versus what is on our audit. So if those are within a 3% variance, then you pass this indicator, which we did. Material weaknesses, did the independent auditor report any material weaknesses in your audit? They did not, so we passed this indicator. Material non-compliance, same thing again there. Did they not note any material non-compliance with grants? They did not, therefore we got full 10 points. Required postings, did we post everything we were required to post in the time we were required to post it? We did, so we can get the full 5 points on this one. Board discussion of property taxes. Did the school board discuss the district's property value of the meeting within 120 days of the district adopting its budget? Yes, so we passed that one. Did we have to have any adjusted repayment schedules for any repayment that would be recapture to foundation school program? We don't have recapture, so we don't have to worry about that one. So we passed that one. So here's just a summary of all of our indicators. You can see where on indicator 7 we had 4 points as opposed to the 10, and on indicator 9 we had 0 points as opposed to the 10. So therefore we had an 84, which is a B, which is above standard. Any questions on any of those indicators? This is a public hearing, so if there was any questions from the audience, I can take those as well.
No, but like on indicator 9, we got 0 points, but that's moved that back also.
That's from the audit, yeah, the 2023-24 year school year, when we were in the deficit.
Yeah.
The teachers.
Right, we typically do. We funded a smaller raise, anticipating some additional revenue from the state. The legislature did not come through with that, coupled with, I believe,
It's about $700,000.
that we lost in Shaw, which we recouped about 200,000 of that. And there was something else that happened. Anyway, that
Insurance going up.
that's no less insurance.
We try to do what's right, we got need for it.
But we have that fund balance, and I mean, that's what it's for, and we are still above standard.
And again, it stays cash on hand, not fund balance, because again, with that $7.2 million that the state owed us, that goes into our revenue, so that goes into our fund balance, but we don't have that cash at 6/30. We don't get it until July, August, and then settle up in September.
Yeah.
So.
But I just want to say, Ms. Engel, her department, they do a wonderful job. The first rating is something that comes from the state. This is not something we make up to get some kind of recognition. These are high standards, and her department does a great job of being transparent, making sure that we're presenting information to the board, to our community, whenever it comes to our finances, and everybody knows where we are and how we stand. And so, thank you very much, Ms. Engel, for what you do.
We've got a few more things that are required in the first rating disclosures. Again, one of those being, again, this goes back to Title 19, the TAC Code 109. The superintendent's current employment contract, a summary schedule for the fiscal year 12 months of total reimbursements received by the superintendent and each board member, a summary schedule of the fiscal year for dollar amount compensation and or fees received by the superintendent from any other school district or any other outside entity in exchange for professional contracting and personal services, a summary schedule for the fiscal year for the total dollar amount by the executive officers and board members of gifts of economic value of greater than $250 or more in the aggregate, a summary schedule for the fiscal year of the dollar amount by board members for the aggregate amount of business transactions with the school district, and finally, any additional information that the board deems useful. Again, this hearing must be held within 2 months of receiving the final accountability rating. That's why we're doing it this evening. So, superintendent's current employment contract can be found on our website under About Us, Required Postings, Operations Finance 25-26, and there you can see the 2025-2028 superintendent contract. These are reimbursements received by the superintendent and each board member over the last 12 months. So again, the financial rating was based on 2 years ago. This is based on this last year. So this is ending June 30th, 2025. Again, it's not necessarily payments directly to the board member. It could be on behalf of the board member. So that's where you see those totals there. Compensation and or fees received by the superintendent from any other school district or outside entity, there were none. Dollar amount economic value of $250 or more by executive officers or board members, there were none. Again, same thing with business transactions with the district by any board member, there were none. Any other questions?
No, I echo what Dr. Hillstrup says. We thank you for what you and your team does to make sure that from the financial and the integrity of our district, that we're A++.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is item number 6, the consent agenda by Dr. Wilstrop.
Yes, board members, presented in consent agenda are typical financial reports, but we also have 4 different donations we want to get approved by the board. La Bonita Incorporated, Tex Best, they have done a $1,000 donation to the high school. The Sub Daddies, which is the new car wash in town, they have done a donation for $1,165 to the athletic department. That was a sponsorship for one of our sideline banners. If you've been to the last couple of home football games, you might have seen that. MC Forrester donated $5,000 to elementary life skills classes to meet any of their needs in that classroom. I just want to say she does an unbelievable job, and we communicate, we correspond with her, and thank her in various ways. We want to recognize that donation for that very special group of kids. And then Coffee Cars and Veterans donating $2,000 to our Air Force Junior ROTC program to meet any of their needs. So all of these donations just go to the support from our community that they have for our kids and our programs. And so we want to make sure we recognize each one of them for their donation. The administration recommends the board approve the consent agenda as presented.
I move to accept the administration's recommendation.
And I second that.
I have a motion by Mr. Mutes and a second by Dr. Odom. Any further discussion on the motion? All in favor, show your hands. Motion passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
We will now consider the approval of the FISD Board Operating Procedures, again by Dr. Gilstrap.
Yes, board member, written operating procedures are intended to define clearly how we carry out regular board tasks. Many people wrongfully assume that the way this is performed is from commonly known or common sense, and it is not. It is a deliberate effort of planning and forethought and making sure we have our procedures as a board in place. This is the incorrect assumption because we do put effort into it. These also help any new board members that may be coming on and kind of educate them on how we operate as a board. It also shows transparency because these are posted on our website for anyone in the public to see as far as how we conduct our board business. These board operating procedures are reviewed annually. Anytime we reorganize the board or swear in board members, that's when we put that on the agenda for approval or review. There are some adjustments that have been suggested. I did go through these and made these suggestions based on some of the new laws and requirements from the last legislative session. So that's why you see so many of those. Are there any questions about any of these updates? Provided in the packet is the strike-through version and then also a clean copy of the new board operating procedures. If there's not any questions, the administration recommends the board approve the FISD board operating procedures as presented.
Mr. President, I move to accept the administration recommendation. Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Sabota and a second by Dr. Martinez. Any further discussion on the motion? Show of hands in favor. 7-0, sorry about that. Motion carries. Next, we'll consider the approval of the purchase exceeding $50,000 for the teacher instructional devices request by Mr. Dees.
Good evening, Mr. Shadrock, Dr. Gilstrap, and board members. Floresville ISD is committed to providing teachers with reliable and up-to-date instructional technology to support effective teaching and learning. Approximately 1/4 of the district's current fleet of teachers' laptops were replaced 4 years ago, while the majority of the devices that are currently in the teachers' hands have been in service for 9 school years. Many of these laptops are now experiencing performance issues, hardware failures, and most importantly, they're incompatible with supported Windows operating systems, which creates both security risks and instructional challenges. To maintain instructional continuity and ensure that teachers have dependable technology tools, the district plans to purchase 200 teacher laptops this school year. These devices will be distributed evenly across all the campuses, prioritizing the teachers with the oldest devices. Multiple quotes were solicited and reviewed, and the results are included in your board packet. Dell was ultimately selected as the recommended vendor based on cost, specifications, and overall value. The total cost is $106,162, and local funds have been budgeted to support this purchase. Board action is required for this purchase as it exceeds the $50,000 limit established by policy CH local. Are there any questions from the board?
The quote that's in the packet says 104. Is that the right?
I might have mistyped on there, on my end. Whatever the quote is.
Yeah, I think it's 104,488. Good, we're saving money already.
I just want to say, Mr. Dees does an unbelievable job in our technology department. Obviously, cybersecurity is a huge concern for districts and for communities and really any business, any industry, and they do a great job. This right here is just a part of that. The computers we have are reaching the point where Windows can't update, and if they can't update, we can't get the cybersecurity we need. So this is a very valuable thing. We did build it in the budget, but I just want to say thank you, Mr. Dees, for your department, for everything you do, keeping us on the code.
Mr. Dees, does that come with everything ready to go, like all the programs?
It comes with Windows already installed on it, but we have an enterprise version of Windows we can install it on as many devices as possible, or that we have. So we wipe them completely from however they come from the factory. We reinstall them with an image of what we specifically want on there. They come full of stuff that doesn't necessarily need to be on there. So
We won't have to incur any other costs.
no other costs.
I think we're going to reuse the same bags and things like that.
Same bags, they connect to a docking station that is Dell, so we already checked that they're compatible, so we don't have to buy, that'd be another $200 cost up for each teacher, so we'll be able to utilize the same box.
So you mentioned docking station, that's been working pretty well?
Yes, sir. Yes, very well.
What about deployment timeline?
Deployment timeline, we're hoping, if we can get this order in by the end of the week, we hope to have the devices in before we go for Christmas. I talked to the team this morning, kind of looking at how they deployed. The last time that we deployed 4 years ago, we bought about 100 devices. So this will be about twice as much. It took them about a week to get the devices ready themselves. So we're looking at about 2 weeks for us to turn around, wipe them, and reinstall Windows on it. And then it ultimately come down to working with the campuses to decide, hey, what date would work best. We're looking at maybe one of the Fridays that the teachers come in for the work day. We don't need to take up any time. It's going to be maybe 2 or 3 minutes meeting with the teacher, making a swap out. We'll back up their device and get ready to go real quick. That's what we're anticipating.
Not going to be before, deployment won't be before Christmas. It'll be early spring semester.
If we get the devices in faster, but like sooner than I'm anticipating, it's possible. But I'm thinking in January.
Thank you, sir.
If there are no further questions, administration recommends the board approve the teacher device purchase as presented.
Make a motion to approve the administrator's recommendation.
I'll second. We have a motion by Dr. Martinez, and second by Mr. Probuse. Any further discussion on the motion? Show of hands in favor. 7-0. Motion passes. Thank you.
There are many teachers who say thank you very much.
We have concluded our agenda for this meeting. Is there any further business? If not, this meeting is adjourned at 7:44.